Kabaddi-2 is a 2015 Nepali romantic comedy film directed by Ram Babu Gurung. It is a sequel to 2013 film Kabaddi, which was also directed by Ram Babu Gurung. Kabaddi-2 continues the unrequited love story between Kaji and Maya. This time, the love story has been set in the midst of a political election in Mustang. The central plot is a love triangle between Kaji, Maya, and Bum Kaji. Kaji still persistently chases after Maya, abandoning his morals and political affiliations. In the end, however, he admits defeat when Maya runs away with Bum Kaji, ignoring his pleas. Though the movie was one of the most commercially successful movies in Nepal, grossing rupees 5.30 crores, analysis of the movie through a feminist perspective shows some fundamental flaws. Now, a concept born from the subject-object relationship is objectification. It is a buzzword nowadays, but what does it actually mean? Stanford Encyclopedia of Philosophy defines it as a seeing and/or treating a person, usually a woman, as an object. Objectification of female characters in visual media is not a new phenomenon or limited to any specific movie industry. Rampant and evident examples of objectification of women can be seen in the Nepali movie industry from early movies to contemporary movies. Though most Nepali movies have progressed to an extent, objectification of women still persists in a subliminal way. Martha Nussbaum, an American philosopher and the current Ernst Freund Distinguished Service Professor of Law and Ethics at the University of Chicago, has listed 7 features that are involved in the idea of treating a person as an object. These features are also quoted in the Stanford Encyclopedia of Philosophy. Even in Kabaddi-2, instances of objectification of women, especially the female lead Maya, can be observed. These instances are not evident most of the time but are subliminal. These features are 1. Instrumentality, the treatment of person as a tool for the objectifier's purposes. The first instance of instrumentality can be observed when the maternal uncle of Kaji, Ambir, returns to Mustang to run in the local election. When the uncle is unsuccessful in convincing Kaji to join his party through financial means, he then uses his daughter, Maya, as a tool to coerce Kaji. He promises Maya's hand in marriage if Kaji helps to promote his election campaign.
ठिक है यदि तिमी मेरो हेन्टी नै हुन्छौ भनी मैले तिमीलाई माया चाहिँ कसरी दिने.
Another example is when Ambir scolds Maya for socializing with Bum Kaji in public.
तिमी अब ठुली भइसक्यौ. जतापाए त्यता आफ्नो मन खुसीले हिँड्ने होइन.
त्यही त तिम्रो छोरामा चाहिँ 10 दुनिया नाठा बनेर टुल्नु हुने, छोरी मान्छे चाहिँ गाउँ डुल्दा पोइ खोजेको हुने.
छोरी मान्छे घरको इज्जत हो, छोरा मान्छे देशको.
Denial of autonomy, the treatment of a person as lacking in autonomy and self-determination. Denial of autonomy is evident when the discussion of marriage comes into play. In arranged form of marriage, the female has no say over her parents' decision to fix a marriage. As seen in the movie, the discussion of marriage between Maya and Bum Kaji is limited to the parents.
यता सुन त बहिनी, त्यो मायाको बिहे गर्ने बेला भयो, मेरो छोरा बमे पनि आएको छ, त्यो दुईटाको बिहे गर्दै हुन्न?
Inertness, the treatment of a person as lacking in agency and perhaps also in activity. Maya is a passive character for the most part of the movie. She disregards the constant harassment of Kaji, and though she expresses her dislike clearly, neither she nor her family take some concrete action against him. When she starts to have feelings for Bum Kaji, she still acts passive and waits for Bum Kaji to make the first move. She doesn't express her feelings clearly but acts coy and embarrassed. She doesn't have agency to define her love life herself. Fungibility, the treatment of a person as interchangeable with other objects. Kabaddi-2 doesn't show evident examples of fungibility, but the relationship between Ambir, Maiju, and Nirjala is a subtle example of it.
साच्ची बाबु, त्यो बहिनी पार्टीको कार्यकर्ता हो?
तिम्रो सौता
VIOLABILITY, the treatment of a person as lacking in boundary and integrity. The character of Maya is mostly passive. She avoids Bum Kaji when she finds out he is a womanizer, but instantly forgives him over the course of a song. There are no concrete actions or revelations which should logically bring about this change in behavior. Ownership, the treatment of a person as something that is owned by another, can be bought or sold. The theme of ownership is subtly shown throughout the movie. Regarding the marriage of Maya, she is treated as a property by Ambir and used as a leverage to gain favors from Kaji. Denial of subjectivity, the treatment of a person as something whose experiences and feelings, if any, need not be taken into account. A strong example of this feature is seen when during a discussion, Kaji tells his paternal auntie to not interfere when the males are discussing.
तेरे के बुद्धि बिग्रे यस्तो चोरपाटीमा लागिस हाँ
छोरा मान्छे सल्लाह गरेको ठाउँमा छोरी मान्छे बाटो नहुनुहोस् ठुलमा
चुप लाग गधा
As we can see, the objectification of female is not evident but subtly implied. It is not as conscious as before in the past, but due to societal and environmental conditioning, objectification of women still persists in a subliminal way. This encourages the normalization of treatment of women as objects in the wider society.